Hey guys, how y'all doing? I decided to go ahead and do a quick video here on some incidentals, some extra tools or extra gear you might want to pack away in your go bags, your EDC bags, your bug out bags, whatever you want to call it. There are differences, alright? There are differences. Go bags are right here now, got a split. Your bug out bag is, we got a split, but I got all my shit and all my gear in this bag. And the EDC bag is the one you carry with you every day, and it also has all your gear in it. Yeah, this can get a little expensive, but you don't got to go out and buy the biggest, baddest, newest anything. I got a few things here aside the food, the fire and water sources or resources. Just a couple little extra things here that you might want to consider, and I'm just going to touch on them. This is by no means a guide as to this is what you need. These are just ideas to get you thinking, and ideas to get you going on what to make, or what to put in you, what kind of gear to carry anyway. Let me flip the camera around here. Let me pause this. Alright, hope y'all can see all this stuff. Alright, first off we got the Baofeng mini ham radio. It's a professional FM transceiver. You can get these online for anywhere between 30 to 50 bucks. These are awesome to have. I recommend highly that you get the extended antenna. This is the standard antenna that it comes with. There's another one that's kind of like, I think it's almost a foot long. But I'd recommend getting that. For those of you who are going to be wanting to take your cell phones with you, or your laptops or what have you, this is a simple extra battery charger. What you do is you take this USB end, you plug it into your laptop, and you charge this device, which will in turn, when you unplug this, you can plug your cell phone into that. And some of these are good for 2 hours, some are good for 5 to 6 hours. This one's 4 hour, I believe. But these are kind of handy to have. Again, this is not a requirement. And keep in mind, ounces equal pounds, and pounds equal pain, man. So if you're going to carry this, be entirely sure you really want to carry it, and that it's completely necessary. Okay. We got a glow stick here. I got a whole bunch of these. These are the kind you break and shake, and they glow in the dark. These are awesome for signaling. These are awesome for marking. You take this little string, you tie it through the hoop, and then you swing it around, and you can land a helicopter with this damn thing. These are pretty handy to have. This first aid, this is Dermabond. Basically, this is super glue. Okay, you see the name right here, Dermabond. This is awesome for severe lacerations, severe cuts. You just squirt the stuff into the wound, seal it up, and you're good to go. Of course, clean the wound first, then seal it up, and you're good to go. Some of the older people might recognize what this is. Is an old can opener. I recommend you do carry one of these, because when you come across food that you want, you need a way to open it. There's a lot of ways to open cans. This is probably by far the easiest way, rather than rubbing it on the concrete and wearing the metal out on the ring. So, one of these can openers. These cheap ass multi-tools, they have their uses. They're awesome. I paid probably $5 for this at AutoZone. It's a pair of pliers. It's got like a Swiss Army crap inside of it. You got straight ahead, what could be a Phillips head, little knife, little bottle opener and can opener inside, screwdrivers, files, etc. These can come in handy. I don't care how cheap they are. They can come in handy. Of course, along with matches, take your lighter with you. This one happens to have a compass in it. It's a butane lighter. It will float. It's windproof. You can use one of these. Here is your compass. These compasses, you don't have to get big and fancy. All you need is a point. You only need one that points north, south, east, west. That's it. The red needle is pointing north. Alright. This bezel is for map reading. So is this side here where you see the tick marks. You can see tick marks in there, and inch marks. Those are for reading grid coordinates. and for measuring. Basically what you would do is if you're facing north and someone tells you, hey, you need to go 60 degrees to the east, well, 60 degree mark is right here, so you keep your compass pointed north and you just turn it to the 60 degree mark. Well, that's the direction I got to go. As long as you keep the bezel north, you can follow the directions. You can get pretty much anywhere. But this is big and fancy. You don't need anything this fancy. This is good enough. This compass you have in here, it's good enough. It'll work. Some extra knives that I carry. Don't underestimate the handiness of a cheap knife. This is a cheap plastic knife. It's got a little blade in it. These are cool for any general work you might need. It will still kill you. This will cause damage. So you can hide these on your person, in your boots. Of course, this is an old Filipino knife. I got this when I was overseas in the Philippines back in 89, 90. I still have it. It was made from a leaf spring. Still gets the job done. Heavy as shit, so I don't know if I'd carry this. But it's a good hunting knife, and you cannot discount the use of a good hunting knife. They are very necessary. I have an extra lighter. Again, I got this from AutoZone. I think it was like $2 or $3, maybe $5. 3 LED lights in it. Very light. I would throw this in my pack just in case. And the last thing I got here is this chart. Now, this chart, some of you may know what this is. Just like you have the compass here, just like you have this compass to show you where you're going, this map over the night sky can be very, very handy. Alright, this particular graph, it actually, if I can take it out here, it actually has dials, and you can turn it, and it will show you incrementally, hourly, what constellations should be where and what part of the sky. And it tells you right here, this is the north, this is the west, this is the east, obviously that's south over here. Now, if you take one of these, you'll need something to read it by or read with at night, so you need a light source. If you know your constellations, if you know the North Star, Orion, Drago, or the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, then you've got a big head start on everybody else. Because if you know where those constellations should be at any given time of the night, then you have a basic general direction of where you are and where you need to be going. So these are like I say, these are just some incidentals you might want to include in your go bag, your EDC bag, your bug out bag, whichever you decide to use. Again, just keep in mind, ounces equal pounds. Pounds equal pain. So if you want to take all this gear, you better be sure that you're willing to carry the weight, because shit adds up real quick. For those of you who are vets, or those of you who have had to carry a backpack like myself, I've had to carry a backpack that weighed about 120, 130 pounds for 30 miles. That is fucking hell. That is pure fucking hell. You know what those boots feel like. And we're going up and down hills and mountains, crossing rivers, going through mud and shit in the jungle. It was not a picnic. So you better be sure the shit that you take outside of the necessities, food, fire, and water, and first aid, you better be sure you're willing to carry it. You better be goddamn sure, because there's going to be a world of hurt on your feet and on your back and whoever's carrying it. So again, these are just some quick tips here. These aren't required pieces of equipment, required gear to carry in any of your bags. Sorry, I no longer have any complete bags. I've had to break into my gear, but it'll give you a good head start and idea of where you need to be or what you want to look for. And if you feel that you find something else that you could use and you want to make a video, dude, do it. I highly recommend everybody do this. Ways of starting fires, ways of collecting and purifying water, easy first aid tricks, anything. Put it up here. Share our knowledge. We got to share our knowledge with each other. All right, that's what I'm doing here. I'm showing you a lot of the shit that I got, a lot of the shit that I carry in my bags, and well, you know, cut myself. That knife was sharper than it looked. Anyway, and that's another point. You need a way to sharpen your knife. You can use Riverstone. Riverstone is probably one of the best things to use to sharpen a knife if you don't have a knife sharpening tool. A brick is good. Not just any rock, because you need something that's going to give you a nice smooth edge. Riverstone is smooth. You rub that knife in that Riverstone a few times or for a while on both sides, and you're going to have yourself a real good edge. Okay? So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and hopefully you guys put up your own and tweak it any way you want. Remember, your bag is your bag. Alright? And ain't none of us alone in this shit. No one. You need help? Ask. You can ask me, you can ask anybody on the page. Alright?